What? Lucini pouring from the sky. This is it. What? Introducing the House of Pleasure. Oh, shit. Hey, we're going to have a very detailed conversation about this 100 men versus gorilla shit. I sincerely hope you motherfuckers is ready for it. Like, I'm so fucking serious right now. I sincerely hope you motherfuckers are ready for this conversation. Because god damn. But listen, my man's is from around the way, god damn it. My man's is from around the way. I mean, Hunter's in there. Not practice. Audience. Everyone. Scheduling right now. Today at 8:45. Remove schedule time. There is no guest. Hi. I'm telling y'all right now, man. It's finna be some shit. Hunter is in the building. Hey, we gonna have a detailed conversation about this man versus bear shit. Not bear, but man versus 100 men versus a gorilla. Some of you motherfuckers need therapy. I'm just gonna be honest. I am early. Yeah, because shit's fucked. I'm not on the radio yet, so I ain't gotta worry about none of this other profanity and shit, but I'm gonna explain to y'all. Men have now reached a point where we're just doing stupid shit just to say we doing it. How would you feel 100 men versus a silverback gorilla? Stop. Go to therapy. Forgive your fathers. The fuck is the matter with you, dumb mother? Go to therapy. The hell is wrong with y'all? 100 men versus a silverback gorilla. How about 100 men versus their own trauma? We talking bad about these motherfuckers this morning. Listen, man, what is wrong with us? The fuck is the matter with us, man? What in the fuck is the matter with us? So, I'm gonna say that again because obviously y'all didn't hear me the first time. There's a debate going on about who would win, 100 men or a fucking silverback gorilla. When I heard that shit, I was like, you know what? Truthful Thursday gonna be all about this shit. Truthful Thursday is about to be about men. Forgive your daddies, for fuck's sake. Jesus. God damn. Morning, Pamela. Why do y'all keep trying to put yourselves in these situations where you got to prove your masculinity and shit? All right, check this out. We're going to have 200 men versus a great white shark, and we're all going to be bleeding in one leg. What the fuck is wrong with you? Go to therapy. God damn. These motherfuckers will not go to therapy. What's wrong with therapy? It's good. It works for everybody. Like, what the fuck? Weird ass mother. Let me go get my goddamn coffee refreshed before we start this show. Because this is, ladies, y'all might want to stick around because this might make some sense as to why your men is acting like he ain't got no goddamn sense. Gentlemen, call your friends. Call your fucking friends. Get on the phone right now and say, hey, go to YouTube, type in GCPR, and watch The Sound of Coffee this morning. Because some of you motherfuckers need a hug. Y'all ready? Because goddamn it, listen. Let me go live on Substack here. Morning Substackers. Morning Substackers. For those of you who are about to enter here in the Substack universe, around here, we recognize the OCB, the original coffee bean. We recognize the OCB around here. Around here, when we say, get your C's, turn them sideways, put them to the sky, that is in honor of the OCB, the original coffee bean. So, Substack, acknowledge me. Dun, 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 dun. It's a 3. Anyway. I want to start this show so goddamn bad. I want to start the show so motherfucking bad. I do. I just want to hit this radio button and just go for ham. We got to talk about the male ego and why it is so effed up. I knew I was going to talk about this 100 men versus gorilla shit on Sunday. Because at first when I heard it, I was like, this is bullshit. Goddess Maeve is in the building. Goddess Maeve, I need you to do me a favor. Please put your PayPal in the comment section. That way I can shout it out because we're going to do a fundraiser here, kids. Today, we're going to do a fundraiser. Goddess Maeve, one of our longtime listeners and one of the original coffee beans, she and her husband and her family are going through a little bit of financial trouble, and I want to try to help them. So what I'm going to do is we're going to raise some funds. That's what we're going to do. We're going to raise some funds. And we're going to talk about these. You know what? I think therapy should be as sexy as beating the shit out of something. I said what I said. You know what? This is my show. I'll go early or late, no matter. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. And the radio is on. Man, what is going on, man? You know what? I'm getting with the shits early. Morning angry. I'm getting with the shits early. I'm getting with all the shits early because I'm not even trying to waste time with this. Let's just get into it, because this is the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. Godzilla -1, inhale. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to the Sound of Coffee. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am the brutalist. And I am joined by my co-host. All you cacti fans, get them cameras out, baby. Cause here he is, my co-host, the best co-host of all time, Persepolis the Cactus. Anybody playing with no assless chaps, Hunter? Don't add with that. Woo! Listen, my name's Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am the brutalist. Remember when your father bought all them condoms? You found them in his drawer? He started wearing them after your mom had one night with me. Like, I got damn diseases. Like, no, son bitch, I'm giving her pleasure. You the one out here giving her all them goddamn diseases. You nasty bastard. Trifling trick. Hey, no insult in the 90s was funnier to me than calling somebody a trifling trick. This shit was funny as hell. Oh, trifling trick. Listen, I will say that every once in a while just to make myself laugh. Like I'll call Alucard, one of the executive producers of the show. I'll call Alucard a trifling trick. Oh, trifling trick. Miss Maggie's in the building. How's Mr. Maggie doing? We're gonna talk bad about some men, because God damn. Boy. Men in America got me feeling like Michael Corleone in The Godfather 3. Just when I thought I was out, they burned me back in. These mother nuggets. Trifling tricks. I know a lot of white people are going, trifling trick. Because y'all want to use all the syllables. Trifling trick. Listen, black folks like, oh, trifling ass trick. I don't know why, but calling somebody a trick is just funny as hell to me. It means you actively went out of your way to call somebody a trick. Listen, and you could get variations on that. A trick ass bitch, that shit was hilarious. Like, oh, trick ass bitch. Listen, when you start with trifling, you just don't know where you can go with this. Is he really trifling? Yeah, I swear to God, his booty stinks. I can smell it when he wants. All right. Oh, trick ass bitch. She's gonna be hilarious. Anyway, my name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the Brutalist. I am joined by my co-host Persepolis the Cactus. For those of you who don't know how to spell Persepolis, go look up Alexander the Great's horse. You're welcome. Let me introduce to you the hottest Hottest, I'm telling you right now, every time I touch this button, my finger gets burned. Hottest studio audience of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up for the Percolators. Listen, without them, we out here grinding rocks. We out here grinding coffee and rocks to snort it like it was cocaine. So there's that. But this show would not be what it is were it not for the best audience of all time. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a high five. Get them C's. Turn them sideways. Stick them in the air for the Coffee Beans. OCBs, OCB. Just telling you. If y'all see me on the street and y'all like this show and y'all notice that it's me, just walk up, go, hey, Thomas Bishop. Boom, boom, boom. OCB, OCB. I swear for God and for the white man, I'm making an OCB t-shirt. Original coffee. Stop bullshitting around this show. Because we're going to talk bad today, baby. This show is brought to you in part by Smooth. California. Skincare products that will make you look and feel your absolute best. And remember, it's all natural. How's the skin, Tommy? Tommy, you got that rash still? How's the skin, Tommy? Go to smoothca.online. This show is brought to you in part by, I didn't lock sinners. That was a random ass thing, but why didn't you like it? Too much white people hate. We've had 10 years of that. 10 years of what? Too much white people hate. Tell you right now, sick of it. It's always white people bad. I mean, do you want to talk about it? I mean, do you want to go to therapy? Maybe that's it. No, I want you to acknowledge your own racism against white people, Mr. Bishop. How the hell am I literally going to hate y'all with racism and I ain't the one that invented this shit? Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Oh, hey, hold up. Do me a favor. I want you to take that definition of racism. I want you to ball it up real nice. I want you to shove it up your ass, and I want you to walk that way. See, there you go. There you go with your black superiority. I'm superior to you because I can read. And it isn't black superiority, sir. I'm just better than you because, well, I'm smart, I'm educated, I'm good looking, I'm well hung, and I am melanated excellence! A celebration of the melanation. But remember, you do not have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. Melexcellence.com. Then finally, with your old trifling tricks, something black made something black made I'm so good. See, I ain't even hit y'all with nothing dirty this morning. See what I'm saying? Because we got a heavy ass subject, and therefore we're gonna talk about it. But go to somethingblackmade.com and check out the incredible clothing they have over there, including Letterman's jackets for all you college and high school dropouts. Bastards. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check them out. Remember, leather jacket 2025, what? Leather jacket 2025, what? Leather jacket 2025. That's right. Thirst trap Pictures and videos coming this summer. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check them out. The Silent Coffee Shop is open. It is running, and it's piping hot over there. You can show your love and affection for the current administration with a authentic, original Mother F. Donald John Trump Club t-shirt. It will go really well with your Mother F. Donald John Trump Club coffee mug. And if you really don't want to get too heavy in politics, why don't you go get yourself a Kronos Saint Swole Me t-shirt? That's right. Women love him. Men just want to be him. Kronos Saint Swole Me. $1.99 super chat from SC talking about assless chaps in 2025. No. Absolutely not. NYC Playboy. What's happening? Go to The Sound of Coffee, all one word, shop.fourthwall.com and check it out. Now, on to the show. Oh, snap. Listen, a $1 super chat from Tracita. Thank you. Super chats are open. If you are over on Substack, and this is maybe the second or third time you've seen this show, first off, hello, how are you? My name is Thomas Bishop. I am better than most of the people who talk shit and get hit because that's what I do. I'm a smart ass, but I'm a smart ass with a great heart. So, welcome. How are you? But let's get into this show. All right, so Saturday night, I was made aware of the latest I'm a man, I'm a real man, I'm a uber ultra mega man challenge. $5 from listen. Woo! NYC Playboy. $5 from NYC Playboy. Thomas, how about us brothers wear Hoochie Daddy shorts in summer 2025? April Haynes with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Hey, Playboy. If I put on some Hoochie Mama shorts, this 90-year-old woman that walks past my house is gonna be like really freaked out. I didn't know they came in extra large. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? I can't do this. Effing Mirror with the $2 super chat. Michael Pruitt with the $9.99 super chat. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I might do that. Hoochie Mama shorts. I might actually do that. Hold on. My husband would turn heads in Hoochie Daddy shorts. Listen, I love coffee beans. I love y'all. $5 super chat from Pamela Corkum. Oh. Hey, make sure you guys look up in the chat and look for Goddess Maeve's PayPal. Send her some love, please. Her and her husband, who are two hardworking people. It's not like they lay on their ass and smoke rock all day. Two hardworking people who are financially having a little bit of a difficulty. So please get their PayPal. Send them some love. Whatever you can send them, they will greatly appreciate it. Maeve reached out to me and I told her we would help. DJ with a $10 super chat. Big sis is in the building. Hunter, believe me when I tell you, you don't owe me anything, man. Matter of fact, none of the people that watch or listen to this show, you guys don't owe me anything. You don't even owe me your time. What I am doing is a labor of love. What started out as I had maybe one person, two people, three people come in, would listen or watch or whatever, has turned into something that is a labor of love. You guys don't owe me anything. When y'all give me super chats, I'm very happy. very happy. You know what I mean? But I am never arrogant enough to think people deserve to give me anything. So I just simply thank y'all. I, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you guys. I thank you guys. And however you guys support this show, whether it's super chats, whether it's donating on TikTok, whether it's buying merch. Ashley Horton with the $1.99 super chat. Oh, whether it's if you buy a T-shirt from the Sound of Coffee Shop, do y'all understand there would be no Sound of Coffee Shop if there was no show, and there would be no show if it wasn't for you guys? I genuinely mean, I never want to come in front of this microphone. I never want to sit in front of this microphone and act like you guys owe me something. I never want to do it. Never. And I have gotten to the age where, you can't, you know what I mean? Like you can't just, there's no way in hell you're going to get me to be egotistical. Not after the shit I have seen and heard in my life. My ego has absolutely nothing to do with it. I'm arrogant to those who I need to be arrogant to, but to my followers, the friends, the fans, the loved ones, and things like that, nah. I try to be as humble as possible. But you guys don't owe me anything. I owe you the best show possible. I owe you the best content possible. I owe you laughs and things to think about. I owe you that. Please remember that. I owe you. You never owe me. You guys never owe me anything. And I mean that. There will never be a day where I'm arrogant enough to think that when I sit in front of this microphone, people are here because I want them to be. No. Hey, this is a labor of love. I love doing this. But please make sure, like I said, look up further up in the chat. Goddess Maeve has put her PayPal in there. Maeve, I'm actually going to send you $1.99 from Can We Not? Thank you so much. Maeve, all of my bills went through finally. So I'm going to send you what I have, and just know I love you, and you and the husband, you guys deserve to be in better situations than this. And if I can ever help, I'm there. That's my job. That's what I'm here to do. So just know that we love you here, Maeve. Please know that. Please know that. All right. So Saturday night, I was alerted to the latest super duper ultra masculinity thing, which was 100 men versus a silverback gorilla. I wanted to talk about this on Sunday on the Villains View, but we were bringing in our newest co-host Taz, and we had our very special guest Teresa Brown. She is Tea Time with T on YouTube. If you are not subscribed, if you are not watching, you really need to be. So Saturday, when I heard about it, then Sunday it stewed in my head. Misunderstandings and Furniture Moving Monday was on some other shit. I had the sleep study on Tuesday. I didn't talk about it yesterday because I was really, really upset. I'm still upset about the fact that there is a 4-year-old with cancer that is sitting in Honduras because our president of the United States is a bag of funky ass. So here it is, Truthful Thursday. I'm going to talk about this story, but I'm telling you right now, this is how this story ends. Men, take your monkey ass to therapy. Men, take your ass to therapy. Forgive your goddamn daddy's Jiminy Christmas. So, this is the challenge. Some jackass, and I'm pretty sure whoever it was has a square ass jaw. I don't even have to ask. I'm telling you, he got a jawbone that looks like Habsburg chin. Anyway, somebody came up with an AI generated picture of 100 men versus one silverback gorilla. 100 men versus one silverback gorilla. What in the filth, florin filth? What in the funky, fresh filth, florin filth? What in the flapjacking, flip flopping, flipping, flapping, filth, florin filth is wrong with men today? What? Thank you, SC. Why? You know what? Nah. Y'all don't get it from me. Y'all get it this way. What is wrong with you, sons of bitches? What is wrong with you? At no point in my adult life have I ever really thought about being one of 100 men fighting a goddamn silverback gorilla. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I have low testosterone. I don't know. The stupidest shit. But again, it goes into this extreme masculine. Now, what do I mean by extreme masculine? For some reason, for whatever reason, men are under the impression that they're not manly anymore. I don't know what the shit that means. But the opposite of it, and I will tell you there is an opposite. Ladies, there are women out here who seem to believe that femininity and womanhood is a pool. And that pool has finite water in it. That's why they fight so goddamn hard against trans women. Argue with your mom. Argue with your goddamn mom. The idea that masculinity, if we don't use it, it will die. What? The shit is this? And women on the other end going, if we let everybody be a woman, then I'm not special woman. It's a finite pool. Y'all know why we don't have colonies on Mars? You know why we don't have a floating space station that humans can go to? Do you know why we have not colonized Mars? Because we're stuck here with this stupid shit. Make no goddamn mistake about it. I'm going to go back to my favorite word, kids. Y'all know what it is. The Dubicon. It's the goddamn Dubicon. We have a world filled with more war than we even realize. Every day, a group of people in a place some of us could never find on a map are gunned down by a government that probably doesn't care about them. But it's probably a part of colonization. We have young children starving to death. We have money for wars, but none to feed the poor. That's here in America, and that's around the world. Yet, for some reason, every I don't know, month, 6 months, a year, whatever, we have to do the I'm masculine, I'm feminine check-in. What is that? What is that? Because that's where this 100 men versus a silverback gorilla shit comes from. That's where it comes from. And everyone, and we get sucked into it. I'll give you an example of something. Was it last year? There was the conversation man versus bear. Remember that? Where a dickhead man asked women, trying to be a smartass, ladies, which would you rather be in the woods with alone? A bear, a bear, or a man? And women said bear. But it wasn't just the fact that women said bear. It was the stories as the rationale and reasoning why women were picking the bear. A moment where we all collectively could have had a conversation about violence towards women and the dangers that being a woman in society today causes. A time for us to reflect, a time for us to sit and go, all right, if women are not feeling safe around me, what am I doing wrong? What can I do to improve? Do you know what it turned into? Everything but. Everything but. Men lost the goddamn plot. Why would a woman pick a bear over a man? Well, it's quite simple. The sexual assault rate. It's quite simple. Domestic violence. It's quite simple. Black women being 4 times more likely to die in childbirth than their white counterparts. The discrimination women in general, black women in particular, face in healthcare at the hands of men. There, I said it. But we didn't have that conversation, or did we? No. Men decided to start acting like they ain't had no goddamn sense. And don't get me wrong. There can be legitimate conversations between men and women about safety in relationships. In fact, it is necessary to have a healthy relationship. You better have those goddamn conversations. You better. My wife and I had them. We had those conversations. The other aspect of it is this. My wife is like the harshest critic of women and feminism that I've ever met. And she is a white woman. And she is harder on white women than I could ever be on white women ever. My wife she is not listening to your goddamn excuses. She's not, right? I am the same way towards men. Because to me, our failings as fathers, as husbands, as brothers, as sons, as lovers, as baby daddies, as husbands, whatever, our failings come down to this idea that we have to continually show our masculinity. I don't need to brag about my masculinity to any goddamn body. My days of me trying to prove how masculine I am are over. They are. I don't need to fist fight in the street. I don't need to get drunk until my ass passes out. I don't need to do any of that shit. I don't. Do I still suffer with a lot of male bullshit? Of course I do. I still have feelings of inadequacy, even with all of the shit that you see in front of you. I still have moments where I feel inadequate. I still have moments where I feel like I am inadequate sitting next to my brother, who also feels inadequate sitting next to me. My little brother, well, I don't even call him little brother. My brother he will never understand the depths of how jealous I am of him. He is exactly who he's always been. He is exactly who he always will be. I'm not. I'm not. The reason I can sit in front of this microphone and be as confident in talking about the things that I talk about is because I don't have anything to lose. I don't have a single thing to lose, but I wish I had the moral compass my brother did. I see men judge ourselves off of other men. We do. My brother does it. I do it. The flashy guy, the guy with all the money, the guy with the sex appeal, the big dick, and all of that. We judge ourselves off of other men, but we do it in such an unhealthy way that it makes every kind of, you know what I mean, every kind of forward progress moot. Sure, I became like I'm a Christian. I became a Christian. I believe in the Jesus. But the only way you can show that you're part of a family is by dominance. You're demanding a woman submit to you. What part of the game is that? That's still ego-driven bullshit. Still. What a lot of men do is we'll focus on one part and forget that there are 10 other parts to that shit, and we don't improve them either. And again, I want everybody that's listening to me, that's hearing this story hearing this show right now. I want you to understand something. I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion standing in front of you or trying to talk to you like I'm some expert. I'm not. Please understand that. Please understand that. Please. You are looking and listening to a flawed, failed, goddamn man. That's what you're listening to. I am a flawed, failed, effed up, emotionally broken, or whatever you want to call it, man. I'm gonna say something. This is not meant to offend in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I have a very dear friend by the name of Jade Connor. Jade Connor and I did the Planet Comic Con comic book convention where we got a chance to meet damn, the dude that plays Flash Gordon. I can't think of his name right now. Jade is a very, very dear friend to me. I love Jade. I love everything about Jade. Jade is a trans woman, a white trans woman. Jade said something to me one night that has stuck with me ever since she said it. She said one of the biggest problems within the trans community, especially when it comes to white trans women, is this. They want the same male privileges, white man privileges, but they also want to be treated as a trans woman. And Jade said because that power is alluring and it is hard to give up. And that shit shook me to my core. This came out of the mouth of a trans white woman. But it made me think that it really is. That allure is a mug. That allure is something else. But knowing what is healthy versus what isn't, that's the key. That is the key. I don't need to prove my masculinity by beating up or getting my ass whooped by a silverback gorilla. And anybody that tells you otherwise does not have your goddamn best interest at heart. They don't like you. They don't like you. When I was growing up in the hood, there was a thing called hypermasculinity. The LL Cool J swagger, the F the police middle mindset. You know, you had to be thug. You were straight thug, and that was hyper masculinity, over masculinity. And I watched a lot of brothers go to jail and a lot of brothers die off that bullshit. I watched a lot of brothers go to jail and a lot of brothers die off that bullshit. You got to prove how masculine you are. You got to keep your tool on you. You got to be ready to draw down whenever. Hundreds of thousands of lives lost in the prison system and on the streets. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. And while white people will run around here trying to pretend like it wasn't happening in their neighborhoods, wasn't happening in their families and shit like that, white guys was offing each other too. White dudes was knocking themselves off. They were killing themselves. And for what? To prove how masculine you are? We drink to prove how masculine we are. We will bang anything that moves. Anything that moves. We will stick our penis in anybody that will allow us to stick our penis in. We don't give a shit. You ain't never heard a story of 4 women having sex with a monitor lizard, then killing it, then eating it. But you have it with men now, haven't you? We think that makes us manly. Oh, I'm so manly. Look at me slinging all this dick all over the place. That doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. We don't talk to each other about our feelings. Now, my wife will tell you on the other spectrum of this, women who are supposed to be the emotional counterbalance to us, a lot of women fake the funk too. They're supposed, with men, our brotherhood is built with pain. With women, the sisterhood is supposed to be built with hope, with love, with admiration, with joy, with elegance and excellence. When you see a woman with her degree, that's supposed to be that makes sisterhood better. My wife will tell you it doesn't work that way. My wife will tell you it does not work that way. And that women are some of the cattiest some bitches ever. Some of the cattiest people on earth. My wife will tell you that. With men, we keep acting like we're damn blocks of granite with teeth. That shit don't be making no damn sense. Always wanting us to, the only way to prove you're a real man is to take life or bust nuts and ooh. And that used to be fine in wartime. We have yet to hear all the stories of Vietnam. Yet. There's some stories that when they're told, some people gonna look bad. My Lai Massacre comes to mind. But there are also going to be stories from Vietnam vets about things like your best friend You both joined the Marines at the same time. Y'all went to basic training in the same place. Um, y'all got shipped to the same base. He was in fire base this, you were in fire base that, and it was close to each other. And then one day you watched him get mowed down and how you had to hold him, guts pouring out, blood all over the place, him gurgling, and how it hurt you to your core. And you were the one that sent home his last letter. That's war, gentlemen. That's what war does. That's how war operates. It is never a winning strategy. It is always a lose-lose. Because even if you win, the cost is higher and bigger than anything you will ever pay. Could you imagine that? I got a friend. A lot of y'all probably, well, you'll know him soon. He was on Plot Holes for a little bit. Zero Fox Golf. I call him Booby. It's my nickname for him because I can, because I don't give a shit. I could not imagine going through basic training, going through AIT, getting deployed to Cambodia or Laos, and then watching him die. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. But what I am finding is because there is no great war for men to fight, we are now starting to lose our goddamn minds. Men are starting to come out here with some of the stupidest shit you ever heard in your life. For example, 100 men versus a silverback gorilla. The extreme sports. The love of the UFC. Dana White ain't stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, please make this understood. Dana White ain't stupid. Dana White is not stupid. He knows there is a thirst for men doing this violence, this level of violence. And then we're going to stop for a second because Erica Barker just put something in the chat. We're going to talk about it. Erica Barker said, I was essayed by my stepdad. I was 12. That's the other aspect. First off, Erica, I am so very sorry. I am so very sorry. But that, and I'm not saying but because of but, no, I'm just saying I wanted to acknowledge that before we went any further. So I am so very sorry, Erica. I need you all to understand this, though. For men, we are told that the only way to be is masculine, not emotional, not well balanced, masculine. But we have never defined it. I used to love saying this on Facebook because the sister I no longer speak to, she was married to one of them fake bacon ass Muslims. He picked up the Quran because he went to prison. You know what I mean? One of them dudes. Mr. Walaikum Salam ass dude. Yeah, one of them guys. So he used to talk about all the time how homosexuality is not good in the black community and it's part of a deviant nature. And I used to ask him all the time, where's the masculinity book? Where's the true and definitive collection on masculinity? Where the hell is it at? Have you seen it? Bitch, have you seen it? He could never answer that question. He'd always say, in the Quran and the Bible, and you mean books written by other dudes. Books written by other dudes. There's your guide. A book written by another dude? Where'd he get it from? Well, he got it from God. Where is God here to sell the masculinity book? Can we get to Hi, I'm God. I'm also known as Allah. Here is the masculinity book. And after you read it, please understand you will there is no masculinity book. There isn't. Just never been defined. So explain to me how in the hell you can tell somebody what is and isn't masculinity to begin with. There is no set guidelines. We're all making it up as we go along. My version of the masculinity book is going to feature black fingernails and hoop earrings and being authentic. Excuse me, being authentic and I don't know, wearing a lot of t-shirts with cool shit on it. Every man is making this shit up as we go along. SC said, Thomas, most of the times these men convert from Islam from jail. They really do not fully embrace the religion. Hell, they cut corners, especially on Ramadan. Of course they do. Of course they do. Men want that book, whether it's the Quran, the Quran, the Torah, or the Holy Bible. We will lead by this. But you also want to cut corners on the shit? Being faithful, I guess is a bridge too far. I can have multiple wives according to this book. Can you take care of them? What the hell are you talking about? Every man was sold a bill of goods when it comes to masculinity. All of us. I was sold a bill of goods when it comes to masculinity. My brother was sold a bill of goods when it comes to masculinity. My cousins were sold a bill of goods when it comes to masculinity. We were all given half of the goddamn story, and none of us know what the hell we're doing. So you have no great war where you can shed your blood and show your love for your fellow man by putting bullets in somebody else. No great war. No guideposts. No guidelines. No chaos, because the shit's banned until tomorrow. No guideposts, no guidelines, no, hey, here's the outline for masculinity. Boom, 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 right here. None of that. And the third thing is men talking when they don't know shit. Men talking when they don't know shit. I have been in a marriage with the same woman going on 18 years come Monday. 18 years. Yet Myron, a.k.a. a tapeworm with Nike Air Jordans on from Mr. Fresh and Goddamn Fit, is an expert. That man ain't got no goddamn woman. That man ain't got no goddamn woman. How the hell is he telling you about how to catch one? Or how to keep one? Or how to take care of one? Dan Bilzerian. Everybody know who Dan Bilzerian is? He's the guy with the triangle chin. His whole head looked like it meters down to a triangle. Dan Bilzerian sitting around talking about, this is how you catch good women. I've got millions of dollars and I let women rub booty. He's not in a relationship. How are you going to tell somebody about a relationship when your bitch ass is not in one? Make it make sense. Thank you, Ken. Make it make goddamn sense. If I need to learn how to drive, I'm not talking to somebody that ain't never drove. Hey, man, I need to learn how to drive. Well, I can teach you. How many years you been driving? Oh, I don't drive. Excuse me? then what the hell could you possibly teach me? The fact that there's a manosphere in the first place proves my goddamn point. You got a lot of young, impressionable young men who need guidance. And again, this is not a knock on women in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is men owning our bullshit. You don't have to be a child's father to be their role model. But if you're going to stand in that spotlight, bitch, make sure your shit's straight. How you going to teach something you ain't doing? I don't sit up and call myself, oh, I'm this goddamn faithful man and I'm so strong. No! The way I am as a role model is this. I'm flawed. I wake up in the morning a flawed ass man. And all I do all day is try not to hurt the ones that I love and the ones that I care about. That is every single day. I try to show my brothers, whether it's Dave, Chaos, Angry, my brother Rocky, my brother Taylor, my brother Booby, it does not matter who it is. I try to show them I'm a flawed, effed up man, and I still give it my best to try to be better. Am I a role model? No. No, I'm not. Told my son the other night, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. I want you to be better than I've ever been. Because my father, who was knee deep in this toxic sludge of masculinity, wanted me to be better than him. Morning, Wolfie. Wolfie's in the building. My father wanted me to be better than him. My father had a 6th grade education, and all he could do was hustle man shit. Said, I love him. I miss him. But he was a flawed human being. He was. And subsequently, so was my mother. When I give the reverence for my mother, I don't give the reverence for my mother like she was a complete angel. She wasn't. She was not. She was flawed. She was absolutely flawed, 100%, without question. She said it and did a lot of shit that I not only disagree with, but it hurt me in a little bit. But that was my mom. You know what I mean? She taught me everything she could. Everything she could. The best that she could. My big sister, she's not perfect. My brother, he's not perfect. I understand that. I don't sit here in this chair like I'm some perfect dude. I'm not. If I give you relationship advice, you want to know what it's going to be? Do your damnedest to love them every day. Sometimes the love is going to be easier than it is on other days. But try to love as hard as possible whenever you possibly can. But do you think that's the message men are getting? No. If I knew where Kevin Samuels was buried, I would personally go and piss on his goddamn grave. If I knew where Kevin Samuels was buried, I personally would show up and piss on his grave. I would. Because never in the history of time have shitty men been given the excuse to pretend like they're better than what they truly are. Kevin Samuels gave permission for mediocre men to sit in that mediocrity and pretend like it is glory. It ain't. And what do I mean by a mediocre man? Everything that I've ever told you, everything I have ever said to anyone about myself, I need y'all to understand. I own that. I own that. That is me. There's absolutely no perfection over here. None. I ain't perfect and I'm not trying to be. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to F up. Please understand that. But it's not about just acknowledging the F up. It's about acknowledging the F up and doing everything you can every single day to mitigate it just a little bit more. But Kevin Samuel said, nah, don't mitigate shit. Don't mitigate shit. Lay in it. That's high value, baby. That's high value. No, it's not. You cannot take your lack of growing up, lack of improving, lack of actually learning any goddamn thing, and then turn it into something sexy called high value. That bitch don't live here. That bitch don't live here. If you are in a committed relationship as a man, and you are not looking at the woman you're with or the man that you're with as an equal, what are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't marry a submissive woman. I wasn't raised around submissive women. I don't know who the hell those women are. I have no idea. If somebody was to replace my wife with a trade wife, a traditional wife, she'd have to get the hell up out of the house after about 3 days. I'm dead ass. Like, bitch, I can't have you. No. Who are you? Why are you in here trying to make me sandwiches and shit? Bitch, you gotta go. Bring my wife back. I don't know who these submissive ass women are. I have no idea. But for some reason, now I want a traditional woman to stay home and cook a pot roast. And who are these women? And the men that want this, they ain't shit. I said exactly what I said, and I ain't taking it back. They are $568.42 worth of ain't shit. You want her to submit to you. You can't even submit to the bathtub, bitch. Are you kidding me? You want her to submit to you, and yet you can't submit to the power of washing your entire ass. If you don't get your dumb ass out of here, some of y'all walking around here smelling like booty cheeks, corn chips, and semen, and you want a woman to submit to you? Go sit your dumb ass down. Sit the hell down. You don't even change your socks. You don't even change your damn drawers. But you better submit to me. I have to submit. The funk is literally pushing me down to my goddamn knees, you nasty bastard. Sit your dumb ass down. You're right, Michael. You're right. Some of you men who want these submissive ass wives, some of y'all had a hard time with high school. High school was making you submit to calculus, bitch. Them English classes in 9th and 10th grade was choking your ass out like a Kimura lock. Like, bitch, come on. And I mean, you do understand that, right? Some of y'all are walking around here with bravado that you borrowed from somebody else. You don't that you shouldn't have it. You should not have it. You are coattail riding like a mofo. I used to tell people all the time. I used to tell women all the time, stop giving out mercy ass. Stop it. Don't give out another ounce of mercy ass. Because what you're doing is turning these doofies into believers that they're on the same level as people like myself. No. I know this is going to sound dirty or whatever, but I'm a cocksman. Because I am cocksure. Meaning I know what I'm doing. But you got one of these guys that's 4 pumps, a grind, and a smile on your face, or Mr. I ain't gonna move nothing but my head. Oh, I'm tearing it up, baby. And you give him some mercy ass, he comes out thinking he's like me. Man, if you'll get your little dumb ass away from me, get out of here. You ain't even in my listen. What did Big Pun say? You ain't even in me class hop. Like, what are you out of your rabbit ass mind? Out your goddamn mind. Just because some girl gave you some mercy ass because you kept delivering her damn DoorDash, bitch, you are not on my level. You are not. You ain't even half of an infinity stone. You have the audacity stone to think you can stand next to my silly ass. What the fuck? I used to advocate for that shit. Ladies, don't get these men no more ass. Don't. No more mercy ass. No more. I don't care. Listen, I don't give a shit that you've known him since junior high. I don't care. I don't care he's still living in the same neighborhood that you see him when you go over to visit your mama. I don't care. I don't. If he don't earn that ass, don't give him that ass. I said what I said. I ain't taking it back. You get that silly son of a bitch some mercy ass. Next thing you know, he thinks his ass is in my league. I take your bitch. My wife would beat the brakes off of you. The hell are you talking about? Yeah, you know, your woman really, your girl, your woman really want a real man. Bro, you got mercy ass. Your ass was done before the intro of the song started. You are not in my league, you little nasty creep. Stop giving these men mercy ass. God damn. Good morning, Witchy. Some men need to understand that you are exactly where you are because you refuse to improve. You refuse to improve. I mean, you. I'm not the one running around here trying to show how masculine I am by fighting a goddamn gorilla because, you know, I don't have to prove shit. I pay my bills. I love on my woman. I adore my children. I don't try to harm them, hurt them, do any of that nasty shit. I love my grandkids. I love who I love, and I love openly. I don't never need to get these knuckles bruised ever again. I'd spent my time breaking my goddamn knuckles on dudes' jaws and rib cages and shit. I never have to throw another punch in anger in my life. If I pull out a goddamn gun, it's because I am 53 years old. I ain't trying to be out there struggle little fighting. You kiss my ass. You come up on that bullshit, I'm sending your ass right home, buddy. Right home. I ain't trying to be in the damn ground rolling around fighting with you. Come on, dude. I'll hit you with the Marcus of Queensberry. Bitch, I'll hit you with this lead. Aga, aga, aga. Oh, that's a coward. No, I'm an old man. My days of getting punched in the mouth are over. My days of out here trying to prove how masculine and manly I am are done. I never have to do that again. Because now, if you come at me, you're taking away my daughter's father. You're taking away my wife's husband. You were taking away Angry's best friend. You were taking away Rocky's brother. You were taking away Belinda's little brother. So guess what? I'm sending your silly ass to see Jesus. I try it. Oh, that's a cow. A coward pulls a gun out. Real man uses uses hands. Guess what, bitch? I've been a real man. I ain't got to prove that to you. But if you take a swing at me, I'm gonna send your ass. I'm gonna send your ass. I promise you. I'm sending your ass to a Roy Orbison concert right the F now. Smith of the Western. Bitch, what's wrong with you? What's out of your goddamn mind? All right, kids, we have reached the end of hour number 1. And y'all know what we do. We refresh coffees, we take drinks, we do all that good shit before we hit hour number 2 of this radio and video extravaganza. So I'm gonna go refresh my coffee. You guys take a drink, get yourself ready for hour 2. We will be right back. Put your goddamn hands on me if you want to. Bitch, it's gonna be hammer dance. Y'all go look up Slaughterhouse's hammer dance. Ha ha ha. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio. Here at GCPR, diversity, equity, and inclusion are not just cool catchphrases. It is how we do business here. My co-owner, Jeff Kennedy, and I believe in the idea of a voice for people who need to hear the truth. From the Sound of Coffee in the morning all the way to Conversations with T. Nathan at night, GCPR represents the best voices and the best shows giving out the best information possible. Go to gcpr.live. Check out the list of incredible shows that we have and tune in, support, love them. Because here at GCPR, at Ghost Claw Productions Radio, every voice matters. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am the brutalist. And I am the emotional anchor that your mama really needs, but she married your punk ass father and he has all the goddamn money. Wait one goddamn minute. Irish villain, I want to let you all know, if you have someone cremated and then shipped to you, the cardboard box they send the ashes in costs almost as much as the cremation itself. Hey, yo, tariff that ass, bitch. We are getting our ass. Listen. Dubicon behavior. But this show is brought to you in part by Smooth. California. Skincare products that will make you look and feel your absolute best. And remember, it's all natural. Go to smoothca.online. This show is brought to you in part by yes, Goddess Maid. Please repost your PayPal for the second hour. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to give our friend and fellow coffee bean Goddess Maeve some money to take care of her and her husband. Mind you, they're not lazy people. These are two very hardworking people, but they have come up short a little bit on their rent money. So if you go to the YouTube chats, you will see Goddess Maeve's PayPal information. If you can donate, please do so. Let's try to help her and her husband make the rent, because it happens to all of us. Goddess, I told you, all of my bills just went through. So I will be sending you something as soon as I get off the show. This show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you do not have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration, melexcellence.com. And finally, this show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. Woo! Something Black Made. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check out the incredible clothing that they have over there, including Leatherman's jackets for all you high school dropouts. Go to somethingblackmade.com. But remember, leather jacket 2025, leather jacket 2025, leather jacket 2025. Not assless chaps SC. And I ain't trying to put my booty cheeks out in no damn chaps. Somethingblackmade.com. Check them out. The Sound of Coffee Shop is open and it is running and it is piping hot over there. You can get yourself an authentic, one-of-a-kind, original Mother F. Donald John Trump Club t-shirt and coffee mug. And yes, the shirt does come in orange. Piss off your in-laws, piss off your co-workers, hell, piss off everybody with an authentic, original Mother F. Donald John Trump Club t-shirt, which you can only purchase at the Sound of Coffee Shop. Go to the Sound of Coffee, all one word, shop.fourthwall.com and check it out. Now, back to the show. Can we all just simply be honest with ourselves? For far too long, men have thought that they were the top of the food chain. Men. That male superiority, that idea that, well, I can do whatever I want because I'm perfect. We, as a species, failed when that became the dominant understanding. You know, colonization is just hunting with more steps. Colonization is just hunting with more steps. What do hunters do? What are some of the big game hunters? First off, let's look at the name big game. That means shooting crows or pelicans or sloths. That's just not going to do it. That's not going to twang that twanger. That's not going to get you the real feeling like trying to hunt shit like a goddamn rhinoceros. That's big game. That's big game. Colonization is the same way. Look at that country. That's big game over there. Just think of all the things you can do with it. We, as a species, we failed because it always comes down to how violent can we be to show how masculine we can be. You ever notice that none of these masculine things involve kissing? Ever notice that? All these masculine, I'm a masculine expert. I'm a masculine expert. Should you tongue kiss a woman? Never involves kissing. Not one time. You never hear them say, being masculine means pulling your woman in tight and kissing her on the neck. Let's get into it. Because at the end of the day, for some men, procreation means passing on their next generation. And we were joking about this on Rouse High Exalted last night, right? There is no part of sex where men look all sexy and masculine. There's never been a time a man went skeet and looked like he was masculine and strong and shit. That skeet look always looks like ass. We always look like, ah! We always end up making some goofy ass face. Nobody has ever looked hot and sexy and masculine busting a nut. Sorry, I said what I said. I said exactly what I said. Argue with your goddamn mama. No man has ever been in the midst of the shit and it's about to happen and he all of a sudden goes, yeah, I look like Vader. Nope. Every man. Are we trying to pass a kidney stone? So the process of bringing forth this next generation starts with you looking like an ugly ass troll. Come on. So again, fallacy. When I put it in, I put a baby in her too. No, bitch. Friction, stupid friction. She moved a little bit. You moved a little bit. All of a sudden, that shit said, evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. 300 million coming your way. There's no way to look masculine and strong with skeet coming out of you. None. I know. I've tried. Get the hell out of here. Morning, T. Shit is built on a fallacy. But we're not even taught about the intimacy part that leads to them ugly ass faces. Have you ever noticed Fresh and Fit never talks about kissing? The simplest and easiest way to show that you want a person, just by kissing them. On the neck, on the lips, on the forehead, something. You never hear that. These art of seduction, women need to submit to me type dudes, all kiss like Josh Hawley. Like they pucker their lips so much, it looks like you're kissing an envelope. What is that? What the hell is that? How they kissing like Prince? Prince kissed just like that. Go back and look at Purple Rain. No tongue, no lips, nothing. Just. What woman wants that? Get a whole ass mouth, and you're gonna turn your mouth into a Ginsu blade so you can kiss. What kind of shit? Y'all do not know about intimacy. You don't know how to touch everything. Y'all climb on her ass like she's a goddamn Harley Davidson. Just, excuse me. Time get in. Like, what? Not even warmed up. Just straight. Just jump in and roll. Like, what kind of shit is that? Out here just not even trying. You're not even trying. Like, dead ass. None of you know foreplay. Now, mind you, you are the kings of the hill. I am masculine, so masculine, my balls have a cape. I'm masculine man. Do you know what foreplay is? Huh? Huh? Do you touch her? Huh? Do you kiss her? That's not kissing. That is you rubbing your lips across her ass like she's a scratch and sniff. Huh? Do you know what cunnilingus is? Huh? I don't know cunnilingus. I was born in Columbus, Ohio, some bitch. Not cunnilingus. Never mind. So here you just gonna stick your shit into cold pizza. That's basically what it amounts to. Ultra mega masculine man. Not warming up nothing, not trying to make her feel comfortable. She laying on some shit. She's supposed, like, literally, there's supposed to be some sort of romance, but you got her laying on the block springs. So now she got wood in her ass, wood in the top of her head. She feel like she's being crucified. Here you are grunting underneath her. And then when the moment happens, you'll take on, you and 99 of your friends will fight a silverback gorilla, but going downtown on a woman, that's a bridge too far. What? You know, I'm ready to go out here and fight a gorilla. Are you ready to go and lick your wife's clitoris? Huh? I will smack. Say again. Say, hon again. I will smack the shit out of you. Got 50 different types of AR-15s. Still can't find your wife's clitoris. What kind of shit is that? Know the caliber of every weapon in your damn house. You don't know what color your wife's vibrator is. Just out here, just stupid. You know, I can reload and I can reload 2 AR-15s at the same time, and I got a 45 in my butt cheeks in case somebody starts some shit. What is the size of your wife's areolas? Huh? She ain't got no areolas. She was born in Alabama. Just go to the ocean and keep walking through it. When you get to the other side, let us know. Just do you see the contrast of what men want versus what men need? You want your next generations to survive. But you got 11 types of goddamn weapons, but you don't even know what turns your wife on. Where's your wife's spot? Where's that one spot? Her neck, her ears, underneath her chin? What? Oh no, I just jump on top of her. That's just a Dodge Durango, huh? Just You just treat your wife like a damn Durango. Just jump inside of her, turn the key on, drive. The shit ain't even warmed up. It's the middle of the winter and all other kind. Really? Seriously? How many weapons you got? I got about 45. What type? I got an AR-15, AK-47. I got me a 1911 45. I got a 9mm. I got 2 Glocks, and I keep 1 Glock in my booty cheeks. Where's your wife's secret spot? I don't know. Ollie's or Aldi's or something. That's where she likes to shop, dumbass. I would love to have seen 100 men versus monogamy. Bitch, give me that. Give me some of that. "100 men versus fatherhood." Like, I'll take all of that. I'll give me some of that. We got a new challenge: 100 men versus a committed relationship. Like, who can conquer it? Like, try that. No, we got to go out and show how masculine we are with a goddamn silverback gorilla. Listen, men, if you take your dumb ass out to try to fight a goddamn silverback gorilla to prove your masculinity, I wish you good fortune on the other side. Some of y'all would rather go out there and fight a goddamn silverback gorilla than to go home and tell your woman you love her, that she's special. Here's one. 100 men versus their own goddamn emotions. 100 men versus the emotions they feel when their father passed away. Fight that shit. I cried. Listen, when my father passed away, I cried my ass off. For the son I was to him, and for the father I wanted him to be, I cried from my soul. My brother had a very visceral reaction to the death of my father. He hit me in the chest when I told him my father passed away. When I told him our father passed away. I went to his job because we both worked at the same place. My mother came and informed me that my father had died earlier that day. So we got to go tell Rocky. We got to go tell him. I'm in the car crying. I'm talking literal big, hard tears for everything my father could have been, for the relationship we had and the relationship we could have had. And above all, I was a son who just lost his dad. So when I got there, I had to clean up. I went to my boss. I went to our boss, and I said, "Hey, I got to pull Rocky off the line. Our father passed away this morning." He's like, "Okay. You gonna take him home?" I said, "Yeah, I got him. I got to tell him though." My boss went to his supervisor, and the supervisor said, "Hey, Rock, your brother's outside. He needs to talk to you." So here I am, outside. My little brother comes out, or my brother comes out. I'm stop calling him a little brother. And I tell him. First thing out of his mouth is, "No, he didn't." First thing out of his mouth is, "No, he didn't." I said, "Rocky's gone. Rocky is gone." "No, he's not, Thomas. Shut up." He starts screaming, "No, no, no." I go to try to hold him. My brother put his whole goddamn right forearm right in my chest. boom. And I'm talking about hard. Boom. I'm like, that's when my mother got out of the car. And my mother was like, Thomas, hold on. Rocky, he's gone, baby. Baby, he's gone. So we drive over to my aunt's house. Now, my father died in California. So my two little sisters were there to bury him. Hi, Nama. Love you. But me and my brother had to bond over that death. And my mother, who loved the man, even though they didn't get they didn't get along. My mother loved that man. But she was sad for us. My older sister called in and we all talked. We tried to reminisce, but it was so painful. A year later, almost a year later, I lost my mom's little brother, my uncle, who was like a father to me. This I remember because I will never forget this. I was in a class. I was a deputy sheriff. I was in a class. My mom said, it looks like he's about to go. Talked to my instructor, and I hauled ass. I was still in my jumpsuit. It said sheriff on the back. I was driving a 94 Probe. I was hitting 100 miles an hour trying to drive from Kansas City, Kansas to South Kansas City. Jumped off the highway, and I'm driving, right? I get a page, pull over. It's a black neighborhood. I got a sheriff's uniform on, and I pull over in this damn white car. Pull over, I call my mom, and she said, he's gone. And here I am, screaming in the middle of the street on Prospect in the middle of the afternoon. Hard tears. Yes, a probe. Chaos. I say all that to say this. We don't even show emotions when something like that happens. I respect a man more if he can cry at the death of his father. I was driving. Chaos, leave it alone. Trying to make a point. I respect a man more when he can show those emotions that he lost his father. Oh, shit, Michael. I respect a man more. Stoicism is not going to work for me. But if you notice, these challenges that show all your masculinity, none of them have shit like that. Committed relationship, death of a loved one. Yes, it was a white Probe with a moonroof. Yes. 94 Probe GT. Yes. And it wasn't that old because my father died in 98 and my uncle died in 99. We don't deal with that. And again, not sitting here trying to pretend like I'm somebody I'm not. Bitch, I'm still struggling with this shit. But do y'all want to know why betrayal bothers me as much as it does? Because if I let you to get as close to me to where I call you family, I love you, you're my sister, you're my brother, or whatever. If I let you in that close and you break my goddamn heart, I'm ready to hurt you. Yes, I fit comfortably, Taz. Y'all are killing me with this probe. Come on now. But if I let you in that close and you hurt me, I'm going to want to kill you. I say all the time, men consist of 99% ego, 1% little boy. What most men and women see from men is 99% ego. It might be subtle or it might be loud, but it is ego. That little boy that lives inside of us, that is the one that we protect the most. All this masculine, let's fight a silverback gorilla or a goddamn xenomorph or a yautja, that, you know where that shit comes from? That's ego. We're trying to show that we are better protectors of the little boy inside of us than the world is. And we inevitably fail. We always fail because when you lean on that 99% ego, what you end up getting is in situations that make everything that much goddamn worse. I had to tell y'all there is no daylight between Thomas McCormick and Thomas Bishop because Thomas Bishop is not a action figure or somebody I'm cosplaying. It's just me turned up to 11. Thomas McCormick, I'm a neurotic, depressed, horny, loving, angry man. Thomas Bishop is all of those things with a voice. That's why there is no daylight between the two. So if I go to therapy and I have a breakthrough in therapy and that breakthrough has me crying in my car, guess what? I'm going to cry in that goddamn car. That's not the time I'm going to go, yeah, let me go find 99 other guys. Let's go to the Atlanta Zoo and fight the silverbacks. Bitch, are you out of your mind? You're supposed to want to be better. A breakthrough in therapy means there was a wall that was there and it got broke down. You had a breakthrough. Own it, live in the emotions that brought. It took me years. And my father, August 18th of this year will make 26 years that my father has been passed away. In 2 years, and this is the craziest thing, but it's true. In 2 years, I will have been without my father on this earth as long as I had him on this earth. That's a lot. That is a lot. To know that in 2 years I will have been, you know what I mean, without my dad, without his voice, without his jokes, without his wisdom, without any of that. As long as I had him in my life in the first place. So it took me years to even acknowledge the fact that I missed my dad. As toxic as his brand of masculinity was, I miss him. I miss him. Do y'all know everything I did in this life, the 12, 13 years I did on active duty, deploying to Afghanistan, going to Korea twice, going to Germany, going to England and places like that, all that happened after he died. I made a video once where I was crying. I was crying. This was not fake footage or any other shit. I was bawling. When I said the 4 words I never heard from that man was, I'm proud of you. And that from the day he died until right now, I'm not even going to try to front and pretend like this is some shit I got over. Until right now, I have been searching for those words. Searching for the validation from a man who is no longer here. They cremated him and poured him into the ocean. So I can't even go to a grave and talk to him. Now, my mother said it constantly, and I love her for it, but that's how she always was after my father walked away. But I never heard him say those 4 words. And I chased him. I chased those words. I was a sex maniac. If you said yes, we was going to bang it out right now. I spent money that I wished to Rao I had back, but I was spending it trying to show how much of a man I was. I frequented prostitutes. There, I said it. Not trying to sit here and try to pretend like I didn't. And I can say it now because TikTok is ass and I don't care. But it's true. I did all of these things. I did all of these things in a pursuit of the approval of masculinity from the one man that could not do it because he's no longer here. Robert Lee McCormick. I will never hear those words from him. There's no, if somebody AI'd my father's voice, which number one, you'd have to find it. Number two, if they AI'd my father's voice to say I'm proud of you, it still ain't the same. It still ain't the same. I wanted my dad to say that to me. Far too many men are in the same goddamn boat that I am. Even if you had your father in your life, did you really get everything from him that you needed? Your father is the template, ladies and gentlemen, especially gentlemen. He's the template. For girls and women, the father is the template for the type of man that if you are into that, you would want. He's the protector. He's the one that teaches you how to protect yourself. You understand disrespect because your father showed you what respect looked like. And without that, kind of lost. For men, it is 10 times worse. Because your dad is supposed to be the man who shows you how to be a man. If your father is stoic and closed off, you will be stoic and closed off. I should know I was. I'll never forget our next door neighbor in Memphis poisoned our dog Duke, and Duke died. Duke died in the house. Mind you, my mother had that dog longer than she had me. My mama had that dog longer than she had me. Like a year, maybe 2 years longer than she had me. I grew up with that dog. I grew up with that dog. The dog was our protector. He was a member of the goddamn family. When we moved, Duke moved. When there was a fight outside, we had to keep Duke in the house because Duke was gonna rip somebody's head off. Don't come mess with them kids. They're my kids. So our next door neighbor put rat poison in ground beef. He said he was doing it to catch the other dogs that were in the neighborhood, but it killed Duke. And I remember the night Duke died. Came in. He knew we were sick. I think he did. I think he knew. He came in my room, ruffled my hand. I didn't think anything of it. Turns out he had went to every room in the house And then he went in the den, laid down, and he died. My mother is catatonic, damn near. Damn near catatonic. To the point where I tried to hug her, she hit me. She threw her food, she threw a plate of food across a goddamn room and it smashed into the wall. The tears started the moment we found him. Not my dad. Not my father. My father was stoic. I'm crying. I'm crying because I'm a kid. Dad, you see the Duke is dead? Yeah, I saw it. Dog's part of the family. Dog is part of the family. You got a 6-year-old son. The dog been here longer than the damn kid. Yeah, I saw it. And that was it. Rigor mortis is set in. My father just called somebody to take him away. That was it. He never shed one tear. When my mother threw the food across the room, my father just kept eating. Here she is, his wife, the mother of his children, who is literally losing her shit over the death of a beloved pet, a part of the family. My father just kept eating. Do I think my father loved that dog? Of course he did. He loved Duke, loved him, but he couldn't cry. Didn't cry, not once. Not once. I notice a lot of men are like that. My wife tells me all the time, I always try to fix things because I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. If my wife comes in and complains about something, my first instinct is to go beat the shit out of somebody. Right after we got married and had bought this van, and the van was messing up, so my wife went over there to try to get him to, fix it, fix some of the stuff and pick up the title. And they kind of talked bad about her. So when she came home, guess what I did? I walked my ass right around that corner to a garage with 2 large white men in it. It's their garage. They could have cracked me in the mouth with a monkey wrench and it couldn't have been a damn thing I could have done. They could have killed me. But I walked my ass in there like, hey, what the hell did you say to my wife, man? You got her crying at the house. What the hell's going on? What'd you say to my wife? Mr. McCormick, we didn't say anything. I promise. We were just, and these two, it's 2 6'3" white men. Them heavy set country boys. And here's my 6 foot 255 ass. What'd you say to my wife? What'd you say to my wife? Because I'm always trying to fix things. My wife's love language is acts of service. You know what mine is? Words of affirmation. Makes sense, don't it? I bet you if every man in America took that 5 love languages test, the overwhelming majority of them would be words of affirmation. Because we don't hear them. We don't tell each other that. We have managed to turn telling someone who you've known your whole life, hey man, I love you. We've turned that into something nasty. Man, that's gay. To tell a person that's been in my life since I was a kid, I love you? That's gay. And then let's get another thing straight. People act as though gay is a bad thing. It's not. It's not. I'm sorry. It is not. Well, it ain't a real man. He like men. So? But these same bastards will tell you about the greatness of the Roman Empire. They'll tell you about the greatness of Alexander the Great and Achilles. And they were gay, dudes. They loved other men. Not a bad thing. They did. That's not a bad thing. They loved other men. We are always told that our emotions are weakness. Crying, weakness. Love, weakness. Lust, we can have all the lust we want, but it's hollow. It's dead. It's meaningless. It is lust for lust's sake, not lust born out of love, not lust born out of desire. It is lust simply for lust and anger. Anger for nothing. Anger for nothing. Do you know the demographic that has the highest suicide rate are white men? I just read a story the other day. Farmers, white male farmers, are killing themselves. They are drowning in debt for this farm and they can see no way out, so they're taking themselves out. What does that tell anybody looking? You might call them isolated incidences, but there's a pattern there, gentlemen. Daniel Penny was celebrated for choking a man to death. Kyle Rittenhouse was treated like a hero for murdering two people. Daniel Perry got a whole ass pardon for killing a man. Ask men, who is their favorite superhero? Batman. Why? Because Batman goes out and beats the shit out of homeless people and crackheads and shit like that. Frank Castle, the Punisher, who goes in and shoots everybody. They like Thor and Superman. These strong, powerful men that can impose their will on someone else. Love? To show love to your fellow man? Can't do that. Can't do that. That's gay. Can't do that. To show sadness when you lose someone, your dad, your brother, your friend. To show that fear of losing people. Can't show that. Can't show that. Can't talk about it. Can't bring it up. While they're sitting around thinking about Superman, Superman has all those powers and he never, ever, ever tries to impose his will. Why do you think the evil Superman is so popular right now? What the hell did you think Omni-Man, Homelander, Plutonium, what did you think those were? We want all the powers of Superman, and we also want to be monsters with them. Because that's the point. Men know cruelty. We impose it on our wives and children, on our husbands and children, because gay men do it too. We try to impose it. Ozymandias, exactly. We try to impose that shit to other men. We try to impose it at school. We try to impose it at church. We try to do these things. Because we're never allowed to access anything other than that. Which leads me back to 100 Men versus a Gorilla. It's fictional. Please understand, there's not 100 men that's going to jump their ass into an enclosure with a goddamn silverback gorilla. Please understand that. But the fact that the question was being asked in the first place proves my point. 100 Men versus therapy, you'll never see that. 100 Men versus intimacy, you'll never see it. That doesn't sell. You will continue to see men lean on this idea of having a submissive woman or a submissive man or things of that nature. Their children submit. The dog submits. Everybody has to submit to this man. But what is he doing? What is he doing? Is he trying to be better? No. If men were trying to be better, Fresh and Fit would not have a damn podcast. I said what I said. If men were trying to be better, Kevin Samuels would have been laughed out of the building. If men were trying to be better, Andrew Tate would have had his ass whooped the moment he entered Florida. They'd have beat the shit out of him. Which is why you will never see it. You will never see it because it does not sell. 100 men versus a gorilla? Absolutely. 100%. Do y'all remember a year or so ago, the question was asked, how many times do you think about the Roman Empire? And a bunch of men said they think about it all the time. Why? Why? The word empire. Men being... Frank Miller wrote a book called 300. Zack Snyder turned that book into a movie. And the United States Marines and everybody in their grandmother turned that into a slogan. Mohan Labe, come and take it. But nothing like I need to cry. I need to feel affirmed. I need to feel like I matter. Our wives and our girlfriends and baby mamas and our boyfriends and husbands tell us all the time we still don't get it. We still don't get it. And that level of toxicity is why women are checking out of the dating pool. I mean, let's be dead ass honest. If your immaturity to deal with your own emotions is stunted, or your ability to deal with your own emotions is stunted, no woman wants to be around you. No woman or self-respecting man wants to be around you. Because they don't know they don't know what you're going to do. Are you going to finally 100% commit to the idea of being a better man, or are you just going to hide it? There's a kid that I watch on YouTube, not TikTok, on YouTube named Jay's World. Little kid that all he does is review Tubi movies, right? And the plot of 90% of the damn Tubi movies is there's always some shenanigans involving black people. Always. You know, he's a big-time drug dealer. He's a big-time producer. He cheats on his wife or cheats on his baby mama. He's a big-time pastor who's screwing everybody in the church and shit like that. Those are what Tubi movies basically consist of. Could you imagine a Tubi movie about a man dealing with his own emotions? I'll be honest with you. Up until December 4th of 2020, I was not afraid to die. I had no fear of it whatsoever. No fear of death at all. And then my mother passed away. Now I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about death. When my brother had his stroke, I rushed to the hospital. Rushed. Ran, tried to find him, and when I did, I just cried. I just cried. Because I love my brother so much. But do you know, it wasn't until 2008 that I really expressed that. We'd be on the phone and we'd just end the conversation. All right, man, I'll holler at you. Peace. That'd be it. No declaration that I love you. Not realizing that might have been the last time I spoke to my brother. Hey, man, I'll holler at you. Peace. That was it. And then, 2008, I had confessed something to my brother that had haunted me since we were kids. I had promised I was going to do something for him because of something that had happened to him, and I never did it. Now, had I done it, I wouldn't be sitting in front of this camera right now. No military career, no grandkids, or I would have had grandkids, but I would have never seen them. None of that. I wouldn't even be on this side of prison bars. And I think my brother knew that. So here I am in the car crying my ass off. Rocky, I'm sorry. I promised you I was going to do this, and I never did. And that has haunted me and ate at me for years. He said, Thomas, you would have lost everything if you had done it. And I said, yeah, I know. And I'll be honest with you, there's a part of me that still thinks about doing it to this very day. Like if I ever run up on this person, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got a wife, I got kids, I got grandkids, a house, car, trucks paid off. I got a shed that I'm turning into my office. I have a radio station. I have a following, and I still, to this very day, don't know what I would do if I ever run up on this guy. I don't. We're talking 20, 30 years. Still don't know. Would I take that chance? Probably. That's that toxic masculinity in me. I can't look at all the good that I have in this world. I can't savor the moments that I have. My wife tells me all the time I spend too much time in my head. Most men do. We spend way too much time in here. We spend way too much time trying to find our ego and not our heart. When I first started repainting my fingernails again, oh, you gay. He ain't no real man wearing fingernail polish. And when I said it was a litmus test, I meant every goddamn word of it. Because here I am, shedding toxic masculinity as hard as I possibly can. And who am I getting backlash from? Men. I remember D.L. Hughley, the comedian, posted one of my videos on his page, on his Instagram page. And I'm literally doing my shit. I'm talking my shit. And apparently he agreed with it. He's like, indeed, right? Then you look at the comment section. A bunch of men and some women, a bunch of black men and some black women that are finding it offensive that never mind what I'm saying. I have black fingernails and hoop earrings. Because society tells us that's not a real man. We're all brainwashed with the shit. All of us. Every man and woman walking around in the world, we're brainwashed with the shit. And we're being taught by men who didn't know what the hell they were talking about because somebody taught them wrong. There are men walking around here right now with this bullshit mentality about what makes a man, what is a man, what makes a strong, real man. But we got it from flawed, broken men who got it from other flawed and broken men. Do you see how this line works? The idea of men fighting a gorilla is that broken, toxic masculinity in all its glory. Think about that. Think about that for just a second. Rather than somebody coming up with a scenario, men, what makes you happy? What makes you cry? What gives you hope? No. What are they doing? 100 men versus a silverback gorilla. Never mind your other emotions. Let's just see if you can fight. Let's see if you can be bloodthirsty with a goddamn gorilla. And for what? And for what? What would even be the point or purpose of putting that scenario out there? What would it be? What would be the purpose or point of putting that scenario out there? Is it making men better to have this conversation about can 100 men work together to take down a goddamn gorilla? Or is it simply more ways for us to spread the gospel of toxic masculinity? I say the things that I say in front of a camera because I have nothing to lose. I'm going to piss people off and they're going to want to try to call and dox, and I don't care. I don't. I will protect my family, but it's not my personality. That's not my. I have over 5,000 comic books. I could make that my personality and never move. I like comedy. I could just sit here and just make jokes after jokes after jokes. It's a 2-hour joke fest every morning. I could do that. Owning a weapon is not my personality. It is simply a tool that I use to protect the things that I have. I'm not trying to be out here throwing blows. If you fight me today, I'm shooting your ass. It's as simple as that. Because I'm going home. I'm going home. I don't know about you, but my black ass is going home. I got a wife that loves me, and I got a daughter that needs me. You bring your ass up trying to fight, it's like, but I don't want that to be my personality. I want people to know that I love them openly, freely, without any reservation. I'm gonna love you. I am. I'm gonna love the shit out of you. I ain't afraid to say that. I am afraid of death. You're right. First person to say it. I am now. I never was, but I am now. So that means every moment that I spend on this earth, every moment that I open my eyes is a day for me to try to be better as a human, not a man, as a human. When I brought up what my friend Jade said about um, a lot of white trans women wanting to hold on to that, you know, masculinity loophole, even though they're trans women. The reason I brought that up is because it is prevalent amongst men. It is the fight we can never turn our back on because we don't know when it's going to come back. We don't. Hunter, who is a coffee bean for real, has to go to court tomorrow because a man shot him. Why? There was a story out of Texas last year where a family lived next door to a man who was shooting his weapon in the backyard. Now, they had a newborn, a baby. They go over and they kindly ask this man to stop shooting in the backyard because they're trying to put the baby to sleep. He had loud music and he was shooting. He told him he's going to do whatever he wants, so they left. Right? They called the police on him. Like, hey, this dude is always some bullshit. Like, for real, for real. He came over and killed the whole family. He left 3 people alive. All 3 of them were children, including a baby. They life flighted 2 other people to the hospital. They died. All the adults dead. Why? Because his ego was bruised. How do you tell me I can't shoot? I'm a real man and I'll prove it to you by killing your whole family, by murdering everybody in the goddamn house except for 3 children. That level of cruelty, that masculine, toxic cruelty, we showing we're tough. That's why Donald Trump is deporting cancer patients. When you are so knee deep in toxic masculinity, cruelty is the order of the day. Whether it's harassing, bullying, and sexually assaulting women, whether it's bullying and harassing men that you think are weaker than you, whether it's standing out front of your house with all of your AR-15s being displayed, but your children are walking around in Crocs that are tore up. But you got to show that you're a real man, you got guns. Or whether it's making some of the stupidest scenarios like 100 men fighting a silverback gorilla. The word of the day becomes cruelty. It's cruelty. Why would you even put a silverback gorilla in a situation like that in the first place? What are you doing? It's a majestic animal. Why not leave it alone? Why would you want to fight it? Why not go and watch? I've been to the Kansas City Zoo several times, and I have watched the interactions of the silverback gorillas. I've never tried to fight them. I'm just sitting there looking at them, and I'm like, these are majestic animals. I've looked at lions and tigers. I've looked at polar bears and things of that nature. I've never wanted to fight them. I want to admire them. I want to take pictures, but not men. We come up with dumbass scenarios to prove how masculine we are. It's cruelty. Today's modern man is cruel. Getting in touch with your emotions, why would you do that? Why? When it's so much easier to be cruel. And this is where, as men, we will fail. This is where, as men, we will fail. Because if all we have is cruelty inside of us, how the hell does anything else get done? Cruelty to your wife does not lead to a happy home. It simply leads to your wife wanting to leave you and take your children away from you. Cruelty to your coworkers ends up you not having a job. Cruelty to your neighbors ends up being we're asking you to get the hell up out of the neighborhood. Cruelty to other men ends up in violence. And that might end up with you dead and them in prison, or them dead and you in prison. It's a literal one-way ticket to nothing. Why can't we have a day where it's 100 men versus therapy? Men coming on social media and saying why they love the person that they're with. What makes you love them? And don't give superficial shit. You take good care of the kids. You look great. No. Tell the truth. My soul needs you. I cannot live in this world without you. You are literally the best thing that has ever happened to me. You are the woman of my dreams or the man of my dreams. And I cannot imagine a life where you are not a part of it. I ache when you are not with me. I laugh when you text me. I just fall in love when I see you walking. How come we can't say that? What's that? Is that gay? Is that feminine? Is that what that is? Or is it being a true 100% all true human being? Why is that not encouraged? I love it when I see those videos where it's black men affirming other black men. I love that shit. I love that shit. But listen, liquefy that shit and put it in my veins, baby. Put that shit in my veins. I love that shit. When I see black men affirming black women, I love put lit right there, baby. Pump that shit in my veins. And no, I'm not trying to sit here and pretend to be this uber masculine man because you miss out on so much. You miss out on so much. You miss out on great conversations in group chat. You miss out on laughing as your buddy does something stupid. You miss out when your kids want you to help them tie their shoes or they potty on the pee on the potty. You miss out. We are shaped. Every man is shaped by forces both seen and unseen. Some men have great relationships with their father and they still can't tell their dad how much they love him. Some men have piss poor relationships with their dad and still can't tell their dad, I really needed you to just accept me and love me for who I am. And that simply leads to more toxicity. Because what if that catches on? What if the 100 men versus a silverback gorilla thing catches on and they try it? They actually give it a try to have 100 men fight a silverback gorilla. Now, number one, that's abuse to that silverback gorilla. That is a abuse of a beautiful animal. And secondly, how many men are going to get hurt and shit like that trying to prove this is true? How many people, y'all know the running of the bulls in Spain? How many men are trying to outrace a bull only to get gored? Like they get gored in the back from a bullhorn. Now the bull is just simply doing what a bull would do. But these men, I'm proving my masculinity, but I'm racing this bull. And then you get gored, and all of a sudden it's like, why? Well, you only live once. So why are you living to do stupid shit like that? What the hell kind of shit is that? I don't want my masculinity gauged on feats. I want my masculinity to be gauged and judged on people I touch, people that love me, people that I love. Love is an infinite resource. There is never an end to that pool. Even people that have betrayed me still hold a piece of love from me. I might not ever speak to them again and I might curse their goddamn name, but there was some point that there was love there. Peace. Not a lot, but a piece. It's right there. I want my masculinity gauged on the children that I helped to make into adults. Am I going to be judged harshly? Yes, I already know this. This is not a secret nor a shock, and I am not immune to that judgment. I'm not. I know I screwed up a lot. I know that, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I want my masculinity judged by whether or not my wife is happy. Does she feel like I am affirming her? Does she feel like I am doing things that affirm her love for me? Do I speak her love language? Is our intimacy something that there's passion there? Not just I want to screw. Is there true passion there? Am I showing her by touching her in certain places? Am I showing her how much I love her? How much I need her? How much I need to be around her? Am I telling her outside of these cameras and shit? Am I telling her on a day-to-day basis, baby, I love you. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud to be your husband. Come Monday, we will have had 18 years of a relationship. 18 years. In 2 years, it'll be 20 years. Am I doing enough to show the people that I love them? Am I calling my brother and saying, hey, man, I love you? Am I calling my sister and saying, hey, I love you so much. I'm so proud to be your little brother, even though I tower over her? Am I telling Chaos and Hunter and DJ and Dave and Vampers? Am I saying to you guys every day, I love you? I don't say, may your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup because it's a cool catchphrase. I want y'all to conquer the day. I want y'all to seize every single ounce, every single drop of love that you can get out of this world today. I don't want my masculinity judged on whether or not I would risk my life to have a fist fight with an animal when I don't have to. I want my masculinity. I want the being a man. I want that judged on acts like love and respect. A lot of men don't want to do that. Truthful, it is truthful. They don't want to do that because that requires. I love you too, Edo. That requires us to tap into something a lot of us refuse to do. Your knuckles, your hands, your fists, your weapons, your knives, shit like that, pale in comparison to your heart and your soul. They pale in comparison to your heart and your soul. Now, I'm an atheist. I told y'all this before. I do not believe in any God. But I do believe in the power of love and the power of hope. I'm angry because there is no love or hope in this world. Every video I have ever made on TikTok, every video I've ever made for YouTube, it is screaming, this ain't right because there's no love in it. There's no love in it. I love you, Will, or Bill, I love you. There's no love in it. Every video you've ever seen from me, whether it was educational, whether it was funny, whether it was angry, whether it was a clapback, it is literally me declaring there is no love here. And it should be. It should be. When you love, you see people. You see them as they are, not as you want them to be, as they are. When you love, you accept what you see. You accept it all, not tolerate, accept. When you love, you look for the hope in everyone. And if it isn't there, you've looked and looked and looked and searched and searched and searched, and it's not there. At least you tried. At least you tried. You celebrate those victories with that love. You mourn those you have lost because of that love. I miss my mother. I miss my father. I will miss them for as long as I live. But I know they loved me. There was no doubt in my mind. My mother and father loved me. I wish my father had said, I'm proud of you. I have worked my ass off just so that he can see me on the other side. Daddy, are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, Daddy? Dad, am I being the son you've always wanted me to be? Am I being my mother's son? Am I being my father's son? Am I being Laura's husband? Am I being Thomas Jr., Sinjay, Brendan, and Asia's father? Am I being Kendra, Desmond, Raza, and Shaylee's stepfather? Am I being Baba to my grandkids? Am I being the authentic version of me to the camera? When the lights come on, is there a different person? Am I going to say a different thing? Am I going to pretend like my life is one way so I can pretend in front of a camera that it's the other? Or am I going to be everything that I'm supposed to be? That my mother and father put in me to be? Am I going to love without condition? Am I going to hope without condition? I don't need to fight an imaginary ideal when I live the ideal I want now, right now. I am 53 years old. I will be 54 on the last day of this year. I realize I have more good years behind me than I do in front of me. Now, right now, it's not about trying to keep up with the latest trends or trying to be the man everybody else wants or the masculine game. No, 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 no. Now is about legacy. Because at the end of all of this is the grave. For every one of us, the end is the grave. And like somebody once said, they're going to put a headstone on your gravesite. It's going to have the year, the date, year you were born, and the day and year that you died. And there'll be a dash or a space between it. That space is your life. That space is your life. When that day of death happens, that is the end of your book. That is the end. Do you want that book to be filled with feats of toxic masculinity? Do you want that to be filled with days when you were carrying guns and fucking bitches? Excuse my French. I already know angry I am killing you, but damn it, it's part of the story. Or do you want it filled with people that love you? Your feats are of love. Sure, you're going to protect. Sure, you're going to fight. Of course, you are. You're human and you live in a world filled with humans. The day will come where you have to fight or shoot. Maybe. Maybe. But if that is all your life consists of, then you didn't live. You existed. You were a footnote in history the moment you decided that was the legacy you were going to leave. Cool. Thank you. Okay, John, we'll talk. We'll talk. I want you to think about that for just a second. That space, that dash between the day you were born and the day you die is your life. I don't want that dash to be filled with feats of masculinity. I don't. I don't want that date filled with toxic masculinity. All the women I bedded, all the bullets I shot, all the people I killed, how manly I was. Where I wore the MAGA hat and I said, "Get out of my country, brown person." I used the N word freely because I was a real man. I don't want that shit. I want it to be filled with memories of people saying, "Hey, I called him when I was down, and he was there for me. He got me out of that hole, and I'll never be able to replace that." I went on a live 2 days ago. It was a guy by the name of Bubby Forever. That's his name, Bubby Forever, right? So I come in, and there was a friend, there was a mutual that was on the panel. So I just requested up, right? And it was one of those MAGA people that was in there talking shit. I came in there for them, but I kind of spoke over a guy, and the guy's like, "Who the F are you?" And that's when my mutual was like, "No, that's Thomas. That's Thomas Bishop. He fights for everybody. He fights for truth. He fights for the people." And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," because he apparently clicked the button on my profile and went and looked and seen what it was. So he apologized, and I said, "No, it was my fault. I overstepped. I came in speaking, and I didn't introduce myself. My bad." Well, here comes Bubby Forever. Bubby Forever had just got back to, I guess he was back in the live or whatever. He clicked on my profile and discovered who I was. And he was in tears. He was crying. "Oh my God, I followed you since day one. It's an honor. I can't believe you're in my life." I said, no, Bubby. The honor is mine. I hope I inspire you. I hope I inspire you to use your own voice. There was another guy on there who was like, "Thomas, you helped me find my voice. I didn't think I had one. And it was you that showed me that I have a voice and that I was so," and I told him, "That's my honor, kids. That's mine. If I inspire any one of you to be the best version of yourself, that's my honor. It's not yours, it's mine. That means I've done something." To Eric Murphy with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you. That's my honor. That means I am doing something that will outlast me. Some good in the world. And I'm doing it by being me. Not a fictitious version. Not a uber masculine version. I'm doing it being me. The only person I can be. I am being a person that inspires other men and boys, teenage men, that there's a different path. There is something better. That's my honor. That means I am living up to being my mother and father's son. I can't be anybody else. Don't know how. I can only be Thomas McCormick, professionally known as Thomas the Villain Bishop. That is all I can be. And I'm sorry. I think it's good enough. So, my answer for the 100 men versus the silverback gorilla is this. I would choose to watch the gorilla and try to get every one of those 100 men to either go to therapy, forgive their fathers, or just give each other a hug. 100 men gather together to share love and admiration for each other while watching a silverback gorilla? That's my answer. It may not fit the fresh and fit Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, Manosphere, Red Pill people, but I wasn't saying it for them anyway. I was saying it for you. Saying it for you. Okay, kids, end of the show. If you guys like what I am doing here and would like to help me continue to do it, think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. For as little as $3 a month, you can help me keep all of this running, help me continue to bring you the quality that I've been bringing. I'm still working on the whole stream thing because I want to go to different places. I want to go to more places. I am in the process of making sure that the barn is up and running for recording. Angry has promised he's going to come up and help, and I love Angry for that. You guys can help me do this by becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. I love you, DJ, my big sister. I love you so much. This show has been brought to you by Smooth California. Go to smoothca.online and pick up some incredible skincare products that will make your skin look and feel its absolute best. And remember, it is all natural. smoothca.online. The show has been brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you do not have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. You can support a Black-owned business by buying some of the incredible T-shirts and other merchandise that we have over at melexcellence.com. Finally, the show is brought to you in part. This show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check out the incredible clothing they have over there, including the Leatherman jackets. I think they're great, but my wife probably won't let me buy one because, high school's over and whatever. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check it out. Remember, the Sound of Coffee Shop is open 24/7. We never close. You can pick yourself up an authentic Mother F. Donald John Trump Club t-shirt and coffee mug. Let this current administration know exactly how you feel. Go to the Sound of Coffee, all one word, shop.fourthwall.com. All right, so before I end this show, I want to give you guys some good news. Yesterday, I was approached by an organization. Hold on, I'm on the wrong damn page. I was approached by an organization called, hold on, Eastern Kentucky Resist. Eastern Kentucky Resist. They reached out to me and asked me to speak at a function that they will be having next Friday and Saturday in Colburn, Kentucky. So I will probably leave here Thursday night because it's a 6-hour drive. And I will be doing, hopefully, and I'm going to try to bring some of my stuff so that I actually can. I will probably be doing the Sound of Coffee from Colburn, Kentucky. And I will be speaking to Resist, the organization that reached out to me. They literally protect women's rights, trans women's rights, and things of that nature. I was humbled and honored that they would even ask me to speak at their function. And it's called, Kentucky Resist. And let me go ahead and tell you what it's about here. They don't even have anything up there. All right, well, whatever. But yeah, I will be speaking both Friday and Saturday night. I will give you guys all the information when I get it. I got to talk to the person that reached out to me, which is Lou Diva. But yeah, I will probably end up bringing all of this and doing the Sound of Coffee in Colburn, Kentucky at Resist, and I'll probably be interviewing Lou Diva and a couple of other people, because we're fighting this current administration, and I'm accepting any and all help. Matter of fact, here it is. Here it is. It's the Kentucky Resist Protest and Rally 2-day event, Friday and Saturday, May 9th and 10th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., Colburn, Kentucky. This is the flyer. Stand united for justice, equality, and rights for all. Stand against fascism and corruption in our government. The address is the St. John's Episcopal Church in Colburn, Kentucky. They'll have the rally in the Burkhart Center by the church. Then we will proceed to the sidewalk to Master Street to protest. Bring a sign, wear something comfortable. We will provide free water and small snacks. So that's where I will be speaking at. I plan on speaking. Well, I was told I'm speaking both days. So that's where I will be. And I will probably do a live Sound of Coffee from the protest. I do have a camera now. Ha ha ha. I need to get a laptop, obviously. But yeah, I will try to be there and you guys will get a chance to hear me speak. So, but what do we say every single day, kids? And this time when you say it, I want you to say it from your heart. To anybody that is watching, anybody that's listening on the radio station, tell your friends, everybody, tell them today. May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. To the chats, I love y'all and I mean it. Authentically, that's what I meant. See, brains always. Authentically, truthfully, I love you. You humble me every single day just by being here. You don't have to be. And it is my honor to try to give you something that makes your day better. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain, and this has been The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio. I want you guys to have a safe, loving, affirming, beautiful, productive day. You are worth it. And don't you ever let anybody tell you otherwise. Love, peace. And hair grease. Tomorrow, Flag on the Play Friday with very special guest Jeff Kennedy. See you guys in the morning. Peace.